Well, there are no two ways about it. Democrats are furious that President Trump and Pete Hegseth are sending troops and sending the National Guard and sending the Navy to Los Angeles because utter chaos has broken out. Now, why are they doing this? It's because Gavin Newsom doesn't care at all. Gavin Newsom and all of these Democrats are not condemning the violence. They are not telling people, hey, how about you go and stop looting and stop rioting? They are quietly encouraging it, and in many times openly encouraging it, doing rallies, encouraging people, hey, keep fighting, keep fighting. So I'm sorry, what else did you expect us to do? What else did you expect the Trump administration to do? They care about law and order, something that the Democrats do not care about. And this exchange here is something insane, and we're going to get into it. Pete Hegseth absolutely handled this man like a boss. This is a masterclass in how you deal with these unhinged lunatic Democrats. They're trying to nitpick at semantics about certain things, and they try to say fake news, but Pete Hegseth was not having it. And there's one specific point in this where this Congressman Aguilar asks him about this, about why the troops were necessary. And Pete gives the perfect answer. So let's get right into it. My name is Clayton Kearns from TrendingPolitics.com. Please make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out in a big way. So I'm going to let this play all the way through, and then we're going to analyze it afterwards.
With the deployment of the National Guard in Los Angeles without consultation, I want to express my severe concern with the deployment of the National Guard in Los Angeles without consultation of the state of California. There have been photographs that have shown these troops sleeping on the floor and have not been provided fuel, food, or water by DoD. How long will this deployment last, and why were we unprepared to provide them basic necessities such as food and water?
The commanders and troops on the field are very well prepared, sir. They responded incredibly rapidly to a deteriorating situation with equipment and capabilities. We have made sure from the top down, as a Secretary of Defense who's been in a unit holding riot shields outside the White House during the chaos of the summer of 2020. I know what it's like to be immediately deployed into a situation like that. There are moments where you make do as best you can temporarily, but we are ensuring they're housed, fed, water capabilities in real time from my office, because I care that much about the California Guard and the Marines and the men and women who are supporting our ICE agents on the ground.
You should check
it's
with your
true
office.
Every day, and that's a disingenuous attack that misrepresents how much we care about our troops and what they're doing to defend ICE agents. I'm not going to take the fact that we don't care about the troops. Nobody cares more about the troops at the top than this secretary and the chairman and our
department. How long will
department.
the deployment last?
We stated very publicly that it's 60 days because we want to ensure that those rioters, looters, and thugs on the other side assaulting our police officers know that we're not going anywhere. We're here to maintain the peace on behalf of law enforcement officers in Los Angeles, which Gavin Newsom won't do.
What is the estimated cost of the deployment for the Guard and the Marines to LA, and where's this funding coming from? Will it be coming from quality of life programs that affect our service members?
Now they care about costs. Okay.
Before I hand it to
such as updates, housing, and barracks.
Before I hand it to Bryn, the insinuation that we're pulling money from housing and barracks in order to fund this is disingenuous and incorrect.
I'm just asking.
Bryn can give you the numbers, absolutely.
So the current estimated cost is $134 million, which is largely just TDY costs, travel, housing, food, etc.
Where's it coming from? That's the cost, but where's it coming from?
Out of their O&M accounts.
With the most recent deployment of the Marines, Mr. Secretary, what's the justification for using the military for civilian law enforcement purposes in LA? Why are you sending war fighters to cities to interact with civilians?
Every American citizen deserves to live in a community that's safe, and
Agreed.
ICE agents need to be able to do their job. They're being attacked for doing their job, which is deporting illegal criminals. That should happen in any city, Minneapolis or Los Angeles. And if they're attacked, that's lawless, and President Trump believes in law and order. So he has every authority, and he has done mobilizing National Guard or active duty troops under U.S. code to protect federal agents in their job, which is exactly what we're doing, and we're proud to do it. We're proud to do it.
10 U.S.C. of the U.S. Code 12406 as a legal basis that the president used cites 3 examples and circumstances for the Guard. Invasion by a foreign nation, rebellion or dangerous rebellion against the authority of the government of the United States, or the president is unable with regular forces to execute the laws of the United States. Which authority is triggered here to justify the use?
I don't know. You just read it yourself, and people can listen themselves, but it sounds like all three to me. If you've got millions of illegals and you don't know where they're coming from, they're waving flags from foreign countries and assaulting police officers and law enforcement officers, that's the problem.
The laws of the United States?
No, the governor of California is unable to execute the laws of the United States.
The president, you said all
the
three
governor
apply.
of the California has failed to protect his people, along with the mayor of Los Angeles, and so President Trump has said he will protect our agents, and our Guard and Marines are proud to do it.
The law also says, Mr. Secretary, that the orders for these purposes shall be issued through governors of the states.
You and I both know that President Trump has all the authorities necessary, and thankfully he's willing to do it on behalf of the citizens of Los Angeles, on behalf of our ICE agents, and behalf of our country.
That right there was a masterclass. So Rep. Aguilar is sitting there upset that the National Guard is being sent into Los Angeles. He's like, why would you send, war fighters to go handle with civilians? Acting like these are just calm little nice civilians. Gavin Newsom called it a manufactured crisis. Really? Have you seen the images? Have you seen the pictures? Have you seen the videos of everything coming out of Los Angeles right now? It is an absolute disaster. People riding around on motorcycles, waving foreign flags, Mexican flags, with buildings and cars on fire, taking rocks, smashing the cars, assaulting ICE officers, obstructing their duties. All they are doing is carrying out the laws of the United States of America. That is all they're supposed to do. And as I said in yesterday's video, we understand that not every single person who comes into the country illegally is a murderer or a thief. However, they did violate the immigration laws. Just like if I tried to get into Mexico or Italy or Spain or France illegally, they would not have mercy on me. If I tried to get into Canada illegally, they would not have mercy. They would deport me back to the United States. Not that I would ever want to leave this beautiful country, especially while Trump is president. But we have laws. We have a nation. And if you can't respect our immigration laws, then you cannot be here. And yes, it is a sad thing for some people, but we have to focus and prioritize the citizens of the United States of America. Whether you voted for Trump or whether you didn't vote for Trump, these people, the citizens, need to be protected first and foremost. But the Democrats don't care about that. And I love how he's asking about where is this funding coming from? Suddenly they care about finances, and suddenly they care about being careful with the government's money after all these years of, and even just this year alone, being, shrieking from the top of their lungs about Doge and all the cuts that are being made. Absolutely craziness. And so kudos to Pete Hegseth for standing his ground and saying, sounds like all three to me. Sounds like a foreign invasion. Sounds like, we need extraordinary measures to take hold of these people. This is not your normal rowdiness or protest. This is not a peaceful protest. People are looting stores. They're assaulting officers, breaking windows, breaking glass, setting cars and buildings on fire. This is not a normal peaceful assembly. This is what the Democrats do, and they're always going to justify it. So let me know what you think about this whole thing in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.